Good afternoon, and what is a very warm, bright and sunny day. It is Tuesday, 13th of June. I've got a nice little cup of tea. And a board game to unbox. This is Ian Livingstone's Judge Dredd, the great game of crime fighting in Mega City 1. It's obviously 2000 AD, but it's published by Rebellion Unplugged, not by Games Workshop as was the original. So, Ian Livingstone's Judge Dredd, the game of crime fighting in Mega City 1. Mega City 1, a vast 22nd century metropolis of 800 million citizens, each one a potential criminal. Under the watchful eye of the judges, no one escapes justice, whether their crime is littering or murder. And now, you are the law. Head out onto the streets of Mega City 1 and prove you are worthy of the badge. Bring the Angel Gang, Judge Death, all up the assassin and other notorious lawbreakers to justice. But be warned, they won't go down without a fight, and even a low-life sugar addict can take you out if they get lucky. This new edition of Ian Livingstone's iconic game offers the ultimate Judge Dredd experience with updated rules, refreshed graphic design, and the introduction of specialist judges, unique playable characters equipped with powerful abilities to help keep Mega City 1 in order. So there we go. So the original, 1980, published by Games Workshop, designed by Ian Livingstone, is kind of a design classic. It's very much a move and roll to fight game across Mega City 1, with you playing cards to improve your chances of arresting a perp, and the players, other players if they can, playing cards to hinder you. But Rebellion Unplugged is the games arm of in 2000 AD, so let's have a look and see what the new version of the game is like. So, still got the classic cover on the front, and inside we start off with that, which is the overview and rulebook. And the rulebook, basically, it's on top, and then next you've got old Stony Face himself, an image of Judge Dredd on the board. Underneath that, you've got the various components for the players. And then you've got the mixture of the cards in the game, perps, action cards, and the dice. And I've done that without dropping anything. There's a miracle. So let's go through these. Let's go through these bit by bit. So, the rule book, you've got an overview, coverage of, essentially look at each of the components of the game. So, judge standees, perp cards, crime cards, sector cards, and action cards. And then you've got various tokens there, not very many, it's not a game heavy on tokens. And then we get into the rules, and essentially you've got really two phases. Movement phase, where you're moving across Mega City 1, and then the arrest phase, where you're pitching your strength against the strength of the perp. And the strength of the perp consists of a crime card and a perp card. So you've got all that explained. You've got an example there as well. Then you've got the refill phase, followed by basically a guide to the action cards. So that's really the pages are just 3 page. The rules run to 3 pages. That's not very long, and really the rest of it is just explanation of the cards. The action cards. The specialist judges and what they do, and here you have a choice between Chief Judge, Wally Squad, Cadet, SJS, Side Judge, and Mechanismo, which has a chance that they've got the rules that are for repeating. So you've got a mechanical judge there, as well as the standard judges. And then Jack Coldwell's Old Fashioned. Every pack of Jack Coldwell's Old Fashioned Umpty Candy contains a free, fully illustrated Umpty Candy card. There are 3 different series showcasing the sectors, perps and crimes of Mega City 1. And here we have the complete guide to all those cards. And that was the other great thing about the board game. was that you got this guide to Mega City 1 through these cards, and basically the rest, it really does effectively showcase the cards even before you've opened the packs. You know, you've got a bit of information about each of them, and the same against crime for the crimes as well. Oh, this classic artwork from Judge Dredd. I mean, a lot of this artwork goes right back to the original game design in 1980. So it's a mixture of the old and the new. Then we have perps, so some classic enemies from the period. So, you know, Slickly Willy, Don Uggy Apollino, Farstique and Joe Bananas of the Ape Gang. All the way up to, you've got Clegg and the Clegghounds, you've got Orlok the Assassin, Fink Angel and Ratty, the Angel Gang, and Judge Dredd himself. So this is a relatively easy game to play, relatively easy game to learn, because I say, that page, and that page are the rules. That's it. So then we also, let's look at the board. And I think this has been slightly, I don't know if this has increased in size, but there we go. And that's kind of, you know, it's exactly what you want a Mega City 1 kind of map to be like. You know, raucous riotism, sort of massive colour and action. So let's just put that down. And then we've got the individual characters and their character cards. So you've got the standees, plus the you know, essentially the cards for the player reference as well. And the dice, a couple of dice, and you've got standees for the characters. Because in the original game, you really just got ordinary judges. You didn't really have any specialist judges. You just had judges. And then we've got the cards. So let's just open these up. So these are all backed up, you know. So essentially, so what we've got here is, so we've got the perp cards, red backed, and you know, you've just got some great artwork on these. Sorry, just all these, as I say, all the way down to Judge Death, the Angel Gang, all up the Assassin, some absolutely classic Judge Dredd villains there, perps, and then we've got the Your Move card, basically determining play order. You've got the specialist roll cards to determine those randomly. So Cadet, Chief Judge, Wally Squad, and so on. And then these are the full colour cards. So these are the sector cards. So, you know, Statue of Judgment, Tower, Travel Bureau, Harlem Heroes, Erebor Stadium, Agro Dome, and Palais de Boing, Smokatorium, and of course, amongst it all, the Empire State Building. So that's the sector cards. And then we've got the crime cards. So all the way from littering and scrawling. Now these are all numbered, you know, Oops, so I've got a quite slick cards, so, you know, kidnap and perp running. Someone who's gone footsie, suffer from future shock, murder, all the way up to an actual emergency. So those are the crime cards. You combine the crime cards with the perps to get the total score, and then what each judge has access to is this deck of cards, and these are the action cards, and again they're done in black and white, but it doesn't, but I mean they're bigger, they're easier to read. So, you know, alert alien escape, place the alien token on any sector adjacent to the alien zoo. If it's already on the board, move it 2 sectors instead. Judges in the alien sector cannot leave and must fight it on their turn. The alien wins ties. So you've got to fight the alien. You've got a couple of those, and then you've got things like sabotage, where you can play on a rival judge. You know, just more and more of these sabotage cards, support cards which can help them, distraction cards. So you've got different types of action cards as well. You get healing, force of perp to surrender. Great if you're up against Judge Dredd, Judge Death. And then of course there is the, let's see if we can find him. You've got a tip off from Max Normal. So that's tip-offs. Just see if I can find the absolute classic which everyone hates. Where are we? Only get support from various different judges. So, you know, Side Judge Anderson, Judge Giant. Let's have a look. Distraction. See if I can't find it in here. No, I can't find it in here. There's a particular card I can't. Oh, escape. Here we go. Yeah, that's the one everyone hates, because you play that and the perp escapes, and that is actually Edwin Parsley, who's an infamous confessor of crimes. So everyone hates it when you play that. So what else? The other thing that comes with this is you've got a promo character, Judge Fish, who from the Judge Cow saga, The Day the Law Died. Classic storyline for Judge Dredd, who essentially you may cross, basically has the ability to you can bring this into play, and it comes even with its own little Judge Fish playing piece, fish in a fishbowl with his own judge, and essentially has the advantage of being able to cross the river without using bridges. Very silly, but yeah. So that is the Judge Dredd board game. From Rebellion, Rebellion Unplugged. Lovely, really nice new edition of the game, of a gaming classic. It's a lot of fun. It's a bit of a knockabout kind of game. It doesn't, I mean, you know, it's really good if you know your Judge Dredd lore. I mean, this is based upon Judge Dredd lore of 40 years ago, but it's classic Judge Dredd lore. So, and all those comics are still readily available in collections. They've never been out of print. So yeah, Judge Dredd, the game of crime fighting in Mega City 1 from Rebellion Unplugged. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a game or a box which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing of the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.